BODDAMN. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about 5 tips to getting a better gym workout. What's going on, guys and gals? Chris with the BODDAMN channel. And this channel is all about food, fitness, and how to live an active, healthy lifestyle. Today is the very first day we're actually going to be using the board. I'm really pumped up. So this is a very special time in BODDAMN history on YouTube. We're going to be using the board, the blue marker. Anyway, don't forget to get the free guide, by the way. This is a guide I created about 6 to 7 months ago about how to build some super high quality muscle in your life. It's right here, and you can get it down below. It's the first link. It's free. Go check it out. You can also find me on Instagram at BODDAMN. Okay, so the number one tip to getting a better gym workout, look, I've spent over 2 decades in the gym, all right? And that's just one of those things. I'm super observant. I understand. I've been around so many people that have wanted goals, achieved goals, shown up, not shown up. I've been through every different personality known to man, having as a workout partner, friends, acquaintances. I am an extremely observant individual, and I can definitely tell you, even with my own experience, what it takes to get a better workout. So here's the 5 tips I want to give you, and we're going to start with tip number 1, which is you have to have a goal. Very important. If you're just going into the gym to get random stuff done, that is not good, all right? So if you want to get an amazing aesthetic body, or you want to attain better performance, right? Because sometimes people go into the gym, they don't care about what they look, they just want to perform better or get more joint mobility or something like that. You have to have a goal. So very important to have a goal. That's the number 1 thing, which is have a goal, okay? Have a goal. Boom. Have a goal. Now, I'm going to look at my little trusty little sheet so I don't actually forget anything. An actual workout, a good workout for you, assuming 4 to 5 times a week. I used to be a guy that went 6 times a week, and then I realized 5 times is a little bit better. Then I realized now that 4 times is better, and you're going to see why when I get to point number 4, why 4 times is better. Basically, you want your workouts to be no more than an hour to an hour and a half. So it's very important that you have a goal when you're in the gym, that you are focused on that goal, because that's really the only time you get to achieve it. Unless you have a home gym at home and you want to do double workouts a day, which I don't suggest. You know, if you've made the time to drive the car to the gym, park it, maybe you go through traffic, maybe you wake up extra early in the morning or something like that. I mean, don't you owe it to yourself to have something to work towards, and not just, oh, I want a good body after a year. You have to have a very specific goal, okay? So really, really important. Here are some of the goals that I see people chasing after, and I don't think there's anything really wrong with a lot of these, except for some of them, all right? So one is like a summer body, someone that starts in the spring and wants a really good body for the summer. That's starting many, many months ahead to getting a goal for summer, which is usually 10 pounds less or 10 pounds more, sometimes 20. But it's highly attainable if you start many months before. So I like that kind of goal. Here's another goal, being more attractive, right? To the same sex, opposite sex, whatever you're into, it's all good. These are pretty much goals that are embraced by people that have the single life. It's very common to see people that are in single life kind of status to go, I would just like to feel more attractive and more confident. So that's why I'm in the gym. I get it. It's not a big deal. And there are other people that are in the gym for strength competitions or performance competitions or some sort of qualifications, like someone's trying out to be on varsity football or trying out to be the fittest person in their city, you know, when the competitions come around, CrossFit type stuff. So there are many reasons why people go in the gym, but having an actual goal is very, very important. I think one of the leading goals that is terrible is when people start maybe 4 weeks out or 6 weeks out, and they're like, I gotta get, you know, I gotta get my body down, you know, 20 pounds for when I go to Hawaii or when I go to Costa Rica, I have to look good. And I think those are the worst goals known to man, because they're heavily accelerated, they're unrealistic, and high amounts of rebound are at the tail end of those goals, meaning you might achieve your goal and then you might blast past where you originally were later because it's just unsustainable. There are too many hits on your hormones and things like that. It's not good. If you're going to do a goal that includes, you know, 10, 20 loss or gain, for example, gain muscle or lose fat, however you want to do it, I think it's important to start months ahead of time, okay? Let's talk about number 2 tips for getting a better gym workout, and that is incorporate structure with rest days, okay? So number 2 is you're going to have structure with rest. The best athletes know about rest. The best people that have the best goals, that seem to go through the physical fitness realm, you know, effortlessly, they understand this one term right here. So, you know, you might have the greatest goals on earth and you want to just keep going. But the people that realize that, you know, working out is kind of like a means to an end. It's one of those things that complements an overall healthy lifestyle. Healthy meaning confident, hormones in check, mobility, things like that. And that's what the gym is used for, and other things outside the gym. But if you're not actually looking at this thing carefully, rest, you're missing the point. Rest is really, really important. This is how you get gains quicker, is by incorporating strategic rest, okay? Now, incorporating structure basically means like upper and lower body splits. We all know about that. It could be things that you're working on, plyometric type movements, functional fitness, primal movements, whatever, explosiveness. There's all kinds of things that fit into structure, and no matter what your goal is, you know, having some sort of structure as the months go by is very, very important to get in that goal. Of course, we also know that workout splits are one of those things like upper body day, lower body day, or chest, shoulder, tri, or sometimes people go back and buys. They want to push, pull. Having some sort of workout splits is really important as well, okay? So you kind of follow that workout splits as the months proceed. And like I said, here's my point. Think about your progression in months, not weeks. So, you know, there is no real short-term, long-term solution, all right? So you might achieve some results in the short term if you go through, let's say, illegal routes or harmful routes to your hormones, for example, or diet pills. Yeah, you can get short-term results, but you're not going to get long-term solutions, all right? You're probably going to cause a bigger problem long-term. And I know that's not what you want, all right? Probably why you're here on this video, because you're sick of having setbacks, or you're sick of not having maybe the body that you want, or the confidence that you're looking for, or perhaps the performance that you're looking for. Or maybe you think you're putting so much time in the gym, but you don't feel like you're getting the results out of it. And so think about these tips as I tell them to you. Incorporate a good structure with rest days, very important. Number 4 will explain exactly why those rest days are there. All right, number 3 is very important too, which is get a pre-pump, all right, ritual. This is important. I think a pre-pump ritual even starts outside the gym. I think it starts in your car as you pull up, or maybe you ride a bike to the gym or walk to the gym. It starts with all that. It starts with the music that you're listening to. It starts with the clothing that you decide to wear, all right? Because if you're doing an upper body day or something like that and you're just wearing an extra, extra large shirt, you're not seeing what's going on underneath. You know, a lot of times big bodybuilders would show up with sweats on and that kind of stuff. They would get their pump and then they would peel the sweats off, and they would have a nice like tank top, a stringer tank or something like that shows everything, right? But they wouldn't take the sweats off until the pump was there. It's all part of the ritual, any way you look at it. So a ritual is really, really important. You know, dress accordingly. It kind of sounds dumb, but dress accordingly to where you feel good and you have the right kind of clothes on for the days that you're working out. You have the right amount of gear with you for the days that for the certain days that you are working out. Maybe it's a leg day, you're going to need sleeves, you're going to need resistance bands, whatever you need. Maybe even bring your own chains or something to put to the end of the squat rack. But yeah, dress it accordingly, prepare accordingly. Maybe use pre-workout as well, as in a powder or some sort of thing that in a placebo sense, or maybe even in a real sense, actually helps you get into the zone more. Because getting into the zone is very important. And then remaining in the zone is the next kind of issue that you want to tackle. So getting in is relatively easy. Getting in and staying in is a little bit more complicated. But pre-workouts can help you get into the zone. They can help you get a more vascular pump, that kind of stuff. But they can also, if you do too much, you can get out of the zone quicker. You can get irritability. You can get digestive issues, all kinds of stuff. So there's always a point where too much of a good thing becomes a bad thing. So, but pre-workouts, if you want just a basic pre-workout, you're like, I just want something basic to get myself in the zone, like whatever. There's nothing, I don't think there's any real substitute for actual black coffee. So remember that. But there are other substances out there that will help you get a nasty, nasty pump. And if you know how to dose it right, you can get it for an hour, hour and a half. But yeah, like I said in point number 1, a workout should be about an hour, hour and a half tops, and that's about it. Part of number 3, one of the little tidbits, because we're still here, get a pre-pump ritual, is get zoned for big lifts, right? If that includes your workout partner like zoning you in, maybe stop talking about other random things like cars, you know, the club last weekend or whatever, whatever people normally talk about in between sets. Get in the zone, hype your partner up. If you have no workout partner, get into the zone with music, get your whole thing going. You know, if you're into a bench press and you know, like just going like this, getting under the bar, arching your back and gripping the bar, maybe you put some chalk on your hands, get into the ritual of this kind of stuff, because it's all in the prep for the big lifts. And a lot of times it's the big lifts is what causes the most muscular damage in a good way. And it causes, if you have good sleep habits and good nutrition, you can get a very good result from that much damage to your muscle. So in an aesthetic way is what I meant to say, like, you know, in gaining muscle kind of stuff. So get zoned for big lifts or before big performance. Maybe you have a 40-yard dash, maybe you have a relay race, maybe you have CrossFit type stuff where you're doing, you know, a timed lift or series of lifts. Getting in the zone is very, very important. It comes down to a lot of weird kind of little things. And it can be as simple as dressing accordingly, for example, like getting the right gear on, feeling good about yourself, making sure that you don't forget your shoes for the day or something like that. Because, you know, there's also, it comes down to the shoes, you know, when you're doing certain lifts, like certain shoes for certain lifts, for everyday lifts, maybe other kind of shoes. So think about that kind of stuff. Number 4 is understand basic CNS, central nervous system recovery, right? Because there's only so much you can push your body before your body starts to almost trick itself and say, like, preservation mode, nope, we're gonna go in reverse because it's too much damage on the CNS. So basically, that's number 4 is CNS recovery, okay? Look all over the internet, you can find all kinds of basic stuff about this. So basically, what this comes down to in a lifting sense, let's just talk about a lifting sense right now. After every 6 to 8 weeks, so let's say about 2 months at max, you're gonna wanna take a deload week. And in a deload week, that means, you know, whatever weight you were working with, you kind of have 3 options on a deload week to proceed. One is you can go through the same lifts that you're doing, except you're doing 20 reps at like 50% weight, or perhaps you can even do the same amount of reps with 50% weight, or you can do 20 reps with a lot less weight, maybe even 60 or 70% less weight. Sounds kind of weird, but this is how you get your central nervous system to recuperate again for another 6 to 8 weeks of pretty hard punishment, if you think about it. So that's one way you can deload. You can deload by just going on a vacation and not even touching weights at all. Okay, so there's another way you can deload. There's probably 3 to 6 different ways that you'll find on the internet to deload. But basically what it means is you are either going to do the same motions and do ridiculously less percentage of weight, or you're not going to touch the weights at all, or you're going to maybe go on vacation with the intentions of not touching the weights at all, but then you go into like the hotel gym and you do some random kind of, same kind of path movement exercises, but everything is so different to where you realize, like, this is not the place to push my body. Like, how many times have you been on vacation where you're like, oh, I'm just not feeling a solid workout? And it's because everything's different on vacation. You're waking up at a different time. You have different nutrition typically. You probably drank a lot. Maybe you're doing a bunch of who knows what in the background. And the gym is nothing like the gym that you're accustomed to. Everything is kind of destined to give you a workout that is not going to be as good as your home workouts. So it's a perfect time to deload, if you think about it. Also in a deload week, a little bit relaxed eating habits is common as well. It's another way that your CNS and your hormone recovery can actually benefit quite a bit, is by going maybe not against your diet, but having a little bit more relaxed options in caloric intake during a deload week. Highly suggested. Understand basic CNS recovery is number 4. Number 5, so important, guys, all right? So every one of my workout programs that are coming out soon is going to have ridiculous amounts of tracking. And the funny thing is, 2 of my workout programs have been beta tested right now. And in those 2 workout programs, I asked for feedback. Once the 8 weeks was over, I was like, hey, so what did you guys think about the workouts? Let me know. There was a lean program and there was also a muscle building program. There are 2 programs. One is like a lean and one is a bulk. Think about it that way. And almost every single person that was on these beta testing of those workouts said that this was one of the best parts of the workouts. It was the fact that they knew exactly what they were going to be accountable for that day, okay? And nothing more and nothing less. It all came down to tracking. And it was in the tracking where they realized that's what made the workouts fun. And this was what made the results over time. You could see it translate on paper, or really in a Google sheet is what I used. But anyway, so yeah, track your progress on a tracker of some sort. If you have like a weightlifting notebook or something like that, perhaps you're tracking 40-yard dashes, or timed CrossFit workouts, or whatever. Track obsessively. So important. Another way that you can track is by doing selfies and video photos. Another way you can track is by doing photos and videos. All right, if you're a vlogger, cool. It's tracking through your vlog. People are seeing your results through your vlog. It's very important to track. Like, tracking can be through your own accountability by just snapping pictures maybe at the end of every week, same background, maybe you're in your bathroom or somewhere in the house, the same exact lighting, and that's how you can kind of see yourself, and it's motivating. You can see yourself changing. It's so motivating to be into this right here. It's one of the best gym tips I can ever give you guys, is obsessively track your stuff. But what are you supposed to track? You're supposed to track goals and structure-based workouts, all right? Things with like single progression models, double progression overload models, that kind of stuff. So you can't track unless you have some sort of structure that leads to this goal right here. So very, very, very important. And a perfect structure will take into account this right here, CNS Recovery, right? And then if you know kind of like little hacks while you're in the gym, you perform number 3. So basically these 5 tips are there to give you a really awesome high-level overview of awesome workout tips that'll get you a better workout. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want me to talk about other stuff, put it down below in the comments, and I would love to help you guys out. But till the next time, goodbye!